Today, a mass star means he has to have a hero introduction scene. We don't see the star just like that. There's a build-up, there's an anticipation before the first sighting. This wasn't the case with the early mass stars like MGR. Take Ayirathil Oruvan. After the opening credits, we see a laboratory kind of setting. The camera pans over to MGR. He's performing some kind of experiment, and when it succeeds, he exclaims, "Vetri, Vetri." Or take Yenga Vettu Pillai. The film actually opens with Nambiyar, who's the villain. He's in a car and he's going to the venue of a performance. He reaches the venue and he sits down in a very regal manner, in a very arrogant kind of manner. And then we see MGR. First, the hand comes out. The hand has a jeweled bracelet, so we know it's a rich man's hand. And then we see the face. It's a timid face. It's the opposite of Nambiyar's face. There's certainly some kind of drama around the way the hero is shown for the very first time. But the intro shot serves the character. It serves the story. But today, this is not enough. The hero intro shot is designed to make the masses go wild. Like the one that introduces Rajinikanth in Shivaji. We see crowds. We see a procession of cars. We get into a car, which is where Rajinikanth is, but we don't see his face immediately because the face is covered by a black cloth. Because that's what the hero intro shot is about. The build-up is about the first time we actually see the hero's face. The hero gets out of the car, we see the feet first. We see the crowds around him, and meanwhile we see one set of people saying good things about him and one set of people saying bad things about him. We see the hero go to jail, we see him from the back, and then with a punch we see the hero turn, and finally we see the face. The build-up has lasted about 4 minutes since the word superstar formed on screen. But when was this kind of mass entry scene first done for Rajinikanth? We thought it would be fun to go back in time and kind of arrive at this exact moment when this became a must-have for a Rajinikanth movie. Let's begin with Aboorva Raagangal, his very first movie in 1975. It's a very dramatic introduction shot, no doubt. It's a low-angle shot which makes the character loom large the way the character is going to loom large in the rest of the story. There's also Rajinikanth's characteristic style. He doesn't just, open the gate. He flings it open, both halves at once. But the thing is, we see the character all at once, there is no part by part reveal which leads up to the reveal of the face. Next, Moondru Mudichu, again a very simple reveal. Then came Avargal. இவர்களுடைய விவாகரத்து வழக்கில் இரு தரப்பாரின் வாக்குமூலங்களையும் தீர ஆராய்ந்த பிறகு கவிக்குயில் என்ன அடிச்சு இப்படி தொங்க போட்டுட்டானுங்க போய் சொல்லுங்கடா. புவனா ஒரு கேள்விக்குறி. இன்னைக்கு எப்படி வியாபாரம்? இன்னுமோ இன்னைக்கு நாளே சரியில்லடா. ஏன்டா அப்படி சொல்ற? இது வரைக்கும் வித்ததுல ஒரு 4 ரூபாய் கழிச்சிருக்கு. 16 வயதினிலே one thing must be mentioned, Rajinikanth was not the main hero in these films, he was just a part of the cast. So it's not fair to expect a big intro shot specifically constructed for him. It isn't until we get to Mangudi Minor in 1978 that we get some kind of build up to the introduction. First the feet, then the face, and then finally the cigarette. Rajini made a ton of films that year, and the intro shots start getting slightly more dramatic. In Ilamai Unjaladugirathu, he has his back to us and then he turns. That's the first time we see him. See gentlemen, inga Purna agency sadharana company illa. In Time with the Satyam, which is a Sambar Western, he is introduced as he enters his dog in a race. Then we get Tappathalangal. அவள் அப்படித்தான்.
What happened? எதுக்கா சிரிக்கிறீங்க?
சரி பேஜாருப்பா.
என் கேள்விக்கு என்ன பதில்? Justice Gopinath. Priya.
Lawyer Ganesh speaking.
And the smashing entry scene in Vanakattukuriya Kadali.
Hey, you know me? I am king of kings. Hey, you know me? I am king of kings.
We are still not at the Shivaji levels of build-up because Rajinikanth is not a mass star yet, but there is, at least we're getting to some level of teasing before his face is finally revealed. In 1978, we also get the most important film of Rajinikanth's early career, Mullum Malarum. Despite a co-star like Sharad Babu, this film is Rajini's show all the way. The story is about a rough-natured brother's love for his gentle sister. As the film opens, they're children, they're performing gymnastic tricks on a street. A little later, the brother sees his sister begging in front of a car. A boy in the car mocks her, so the brother, he's angry, he grabs a brick and he smashes the headlight of the car. The credits appear. This is a great introduction shot, but it introduces the character and not the performer. This is about the brother, it's not about Rajinikanth. As an adult, Rajinikanth's first appearance in this film occurs on the side of a street as he's watching a rich man insult a laborer. He does what he did as a boy. He grabs a brick and he smashes the headlight. Again, the shot advances the character, not the star. Now let's come to Rajinikanth's introduction shots in the films that he made in 1979. Allauddinum Arpudha Vilakkum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Ninethale Nikum. And then Dharma Yuddham, where we see Rajinikanth dancing at a New Year's party. Then we have Naan Vazhavaippen. Another film from 1979 is Annayor Alayam, where Rajinikanth is introduced in a freeze frame, caught in the act of lassoing a horse. The frame unfreezes and we see the rest of the opening credits as Rajini continues to, coral up other animals. All of this is fun, no doubt, but again, we are not exactly left holding our breath for the reveal of the hero's face. In Aarillirundhu Arupadu Varai, we get one of those Wheel of Time openings. A little boy switches on a printing machine, the camera zooms in on a revolving contraption on the side of the machine, the camera zooms out, and then we see that the boy has become the adult Rajinikanth. Like Mullum Malarum, this film is an actor's showcase, so the hero intro scene is subdued and not starry. Now let's get to 1980. This is when the mass hero stuff really begins to happen for Rajinikanth. But it's not in Billa, because in that film, we see Rajini's head as he's driving a car and he's driving towards these three mysterious men. He's puffing a pipe and the car comes to a halt and we see his face in a side view mirror. It's a bit of visual drama to be sure, but it's not exactly a build-up. It's the same in Ram Robert Rahim.
இவங்க பேருங்க
And Naan Pota Sawal. The first real hero entry scene for Rajinikanth in the mass sense of a slow reveal with a lot of build-up happens in Anbukku Naan Adimai in 1980. After a prelude featuring two little boys, these boys are brothers, we cut to the grown-up version of these brothers who are now separated. And one of them, the older one, is musing about the younger one, wondering where he is.
எனக்கு தெரியும். உங்க தம்பி பத்தி தானே நினைச்சிட்டீங்க.
அன்னைக்கு நான் அவனை துப்பாக்கியால சுட்டது.
And then one more person talks about the younger brother. Now it's a cop. He's talking about all the really cool things the younger brother is capable of doing.
அவன் மூளை கம்ப்யூட்டரே மிஞ்சிடும். இருட்டுல கூட அவனுக்கு கண்ணு தெரியும். எறும்புற சத்தம் கூட அவனுக்கு கேட்கும். பயங்கரமான புத்திசாலி. ஆனா பக்கா
By
கிரிமினல்.
now we know he's talking about Rajinikanth. We step into a police station to meet this criminal they've been talking about. We see his hand first as it picks up his civilian clothes. A cut later, we see just the top of his head. We don't see the face yet. We see the top of his head as he's zipping up his boots. He walks up to sign the register and the camera is following him from the back. So again we don't see the face. The constable hands him a pen to sign, but he instead picks up a stamp pad, and you can actually practically hear the whistles in the theatre at this point. And then we see his face.
Wish you best of luck. Thank you.
The same year we get Kali. With Rajinikanth in the title role, the film opens with a man entering a prison and asking about Kali. He is told that Kali has been released just a little earlier.
காளி விடுதலையாய் போயாச்சு. காளி விடுதலை ஆயிட்டானா? எப்போ? இன்னைக்கு தான். புறப்பட்டு போய் 3 மணி நேரம் ஆச்சு.
And then we cut to a very excited boy running through the streets screaming that Kali has been released. The people around, they get excited too. We are being made to anticipate the hero's entrance with short bursts of scene that build up this anticipation. The intro scene finally happens in a temple where a pujari is handing out kungumam to rows of devotees. And then it happens. Suddenly a hand shoots out. We don't see the face, but of course we know who the hand belongs to. The priest says he's run out of kungumam. He turns, he goes away, he moves out of the frame. Rajini of course cannot wait. The hand pierces a trident, a trishul, and then he applies the blood on his forehead, which is when we see his face. Now this is a hero entry scene. That year we also get Johnny, first feet, then hands, then eyes, and then the full appearance. We get Polladavan, the hint of a presence, and then the full reveal. And finally, Murattukale.
நம்ம மாட்டு பிடிக்க எவன்டா இருக்கான்? இருக்கான்டா எங்க அண்ணன்.
I think it's safe to declare 1980 the year Rajinikanth really became Rajinikanth, and Tamil cinema was never the same again.
பொதுவாக எம் மனசு தங்கம் ஒரு போட்டின்னு வந்து விட்டா சிங்கம்.
We had a lot of fun putting together this video. We hope you had a lot of fun watching it too.
வெற்றி மேல் வெற்றி வரும். ஆடுவோம் பாடுவோம் கொண்டாடுவோம் ஆனந்தம் காணுவோம் என்னாலுமே.
If you liked it, do subscribe to Film Companion South.